Welcome to the how-to for patterns of chemical reactivity, where today we're going to talk about three types of reactions. There's three basic types of reactions that we can talk about in Chapter 3. Combination reactions, decomposition reactions, and combustion reactions. The first one is a combination reaction, where two or more substances come together to react to form one product. And in that case, we could look at an example where we have magnesium metal reacting with oxygen gas, and those are going to produce magnesium oxide. So in this part of the chapter, your goal is to be able to predict the products of different reactions. So in this example, maybe magnesium metal is reacting with oxygen gas, and we want to predict the products. Well, in these combination reactions, we're going to form ionic compounds. So really, we have magnesium ion reacting with oxygen or oxide ion. And so we're going to end up swapping those charges, and we get MgO. So we predicted the products of this reaction. We know it's a solid because all ionic compounds are solids, and we can then balance the reaction. We can see this in other examples where we have nitrogen gas react with hydrogen gas to produce ammonia gas. Ammonia. And then the last one is a combination of a metallic oxide with water will form a base hydroxide. And we'll talk about this more later. There's also decomposition reactions, which is a single reactant decomposes to form two or more substances. So here, if we look at the first example where we're looking at a binary compound, okay, such as sodium azide, it's going to break down into their basic elements. Sodium is sodium metal. It's a metal. Nitrogen exists as a diatomic molecule, so nitrogen gas. And then we can balance this reaction. All metals are solids at room temperature except for mercury. Carbonates will break down to the metal oxide and carbon dioxide. So here we have a carbonate, which is calcium carbonate. It's going to break down into the metal oxide and carbon dioxide. So we form carbon dioxide. Calcium oxide came from calcium ion and oxygen ion or oxide to give us calcium oxide. Chlorates will break down into the binary salt and oxygen. So here we have a chlorate, which is going to break down into oxygen gas, and its binary salt, which was KCl. The third type of reaction is combustion reactions. And these are rapid reactions that produce a flame. Okay? Most of these are some kind of hydrocarbon, meaning they're composed of primarily carbon and hydrogens. Now, these could also be composed of an oxygen or more than one oxygen as well. In these reactions, they're all the exact same formula, where basically we're going to have something as CxHy plus they all react with oxygen gas, and they all produce carbon dioxide gas and water vapor. And so this is probably the easiest reaction to produce the products because all of them have the exact same formula. Lastly, we can really think of these three different types of reactions. First, with a combination, where we really have A plus X is going to produce some kind of ionic compound called AX. We also have decomposition reactions. And in a decomposition reaction, it's going to be basically the opposite, where you have something like AX, which is going to break down into its component elements. So A plus X. And then lastly, we had these combustion reactions. And in the combustion reaction, we have something like CxHy plus oxygen gives carbon dioxide plus H2O, where these are all gases. That is how to really discuss the three basic types of reactions.